Hello, local businesses. My name is David Jackson, and I'm going to talk to you today about the SEM Mountain, and that stands for the Search Engine Marketing Mountain. Now, what I'm going to explain here is how you should actually go about growing your business when you're looking to invest in digital marketing services. Here at our agency, we believe that using search engine marketing is one of the best ways to grow your local business today. But oftentimes it's pretty daunting because you look on YouTube, you look on the web, and you see all of these different tutorials, videos, guides, but you don't really know where to start. And even after you've started, there's no clear path on where you're going next. So I'm going to explain what the SEM Mountain is and how we use it to generate massive client results. We get them ranking on Google Maps, we get them in the top 3, and then they just start generating phone calls and basically printing money at that point. So it's a really effective strategy, and it makes sense to go in this sequence because you may be a small local business that comes in at this phase or this phase, but maybe you're not ready to go to this phase. Maybe you're not ready to go to one of these other phases, but you may also be a business that's been a little more established, been around for a while, and you may just need to go into this phase. And so you start at one place and you scale up in this order, doing the right actions that make sense, that generate the highest impact first, bring the most results first, and then you just stack on top of that as you see results. So this way you're not really wasting money being unfocused. You're not looking at different tactics that don't really make sense for you right now. You're going in a very, very linear way up the mountain, so to speak, until you reach new heights in your local business. So let's just talk about that for a second in this video. Again, my name is David Jackson. I own a company called Techie, and we help local businesses attract and convert new customers using proven website design and search engine marketing techniques. So let's get into how this works. On the SEM Mountain, we have 7 different points that many local businesses will go through when it comes to starting on their digital marketing or SEM marketing. So this first stage really is where most businesses should start. So this is for businesses that are a bit smaller. Maybe they haven't really explored lead generation or digital marketing. Maybe they haven't even really invested in it at all. This is for people that are kind of just getting started, but they're already in business, they're already getting customers, and they have just a little bit of money to invest. This is also for people, where their budgets aren't quite as big. So right here, we recommend that any local business that's looking to start scaling with digital marketing starts with these 4 things here. So the first thing is your website. You have to get your website in order. You have to go ahead and get something that looks nice, something that works great on mobile. It doesn't have to win any awards. It just has to convey and communicate effectively to your customer. The next thing is your Google Business Profile. You have to set that up. You have to get it in place. You have to completely fill it out, and you have to make sure it looks good. You also have to generate reviews, and you have to make sure that you're getting them consistently. The next thing is a CRM. There are so many local businesses that we talk to, and they don't have a CRM. They don't even know what a CRM is. And so a CRM stands for Customer Relationship Manager. And it's a software that allows you to put all of your customers, all of your lead tracking, everything that's happening when it comes to customer interactions will go in this one system. It makes things much easier, much more organized, and you can even automate some of your processes when you have this in place. Lastly, I recommend that local businesses, when they're just getting started, turn on Google LSA right away. Google LSA is a pay per lead system, and it actually brings really high quality leads for our clients. We've seen clients be able to generate, about 40 additional leads every single month that are high quality just from this one platform. Best of all, you only pay when you get a lead. So it's not like you're paying for a click or paying for to be shown on a billboard or on TV or something like that. You actually only pay when you get a customer, or a potential customer rather. So it's a really great platform, and I think that all businesses, when they're just starting out, need to do this. Now let's get on to the second phase here, which is paid ads. So once you've gotten this in place, this should be generating you some leads, and your website should be established enough to where it starts to kind of grow your presence online. From here, you want to put together paid advertising campaigns backed by a landing page. Marker's a little faded here. You want to start running ads, so this can be Google ads, this can be Meta ads as well, and you want them all going back to a landing page. In our experience, Google ads is the preferred way to go. A lot of local businesses can get away with $1,000, $2,000 a month, and they can generate quite a bit more when it comes to additional leads coming into their business. Google LSA, it will be limited in the amount of leads that you can receive from it every month, but paid ads, especially Google ads, it's a lot more controllable. You can control a lot of the metrics, a lot of the variables, a lot of the settings to really get a low cost per lead and ramp up the amount of leads you can get out of it in a single month. In a lot of cases, we've been able to generate for clients 50, 60, and even 70 calls per month just from the Google Ads campaign. So once you're making enough money off of this first phase, it's time to start investing in paid ads. The other benefit of paid ads is you start to take up more real estate on the search engine results page. So Google LSA is going to get you at the very top of Google. But when it comes to paid ads, that's going to put you right under the very top. So you're taking up the entire first part of the Google search engine results page. And so you have a much, much higher likelihood of being chosen by a customer that's looking for your services. So let's go ahead and get into number 3. Number 3 has to do with actually building your authority. So we're going to be producing content, and then we're actually going to be acquiring links from other websites as well. Producing content is absolutely critical when it comes to growing as any business, let alone a small business. What you're doing here is you're putting out helpful information for customers to read and for Google to also pick up and rank you. When you build this content and you have your entire website backed by really strong, really informative and relevant articles, it's going to make your entire website rise as a whole. You're going to have content that people will read, people will want to reach out to you. You'll be able to post this content out on your social media, and the content is ultimately what you're going to use to just put more lures out there. You'll also be seen by your prospective audience as an authority on this subject because you're writing about it, your experience, you know how to solve their specific issues, and that's just going to make them much more likely to choose you. Best of all, we're not just creating any random content. By going through these 2 steps first, you'll be able to see what are the keywords that are actually driving the most conversions. Where are most of my customers coming from? These 2 will tell you that. And so once you understand that, you want to start creating content and actually capitalizing on what's already working for you. You're not just blogging randomly and you're not just building links randomly. You're actually taking the time to put together a solid strategy around what's working and then just create more of that so that you can be found. And we're not just talking about blog content either, we're also talking about localized content. You'll want to create content for your locations, you'll want to create content for your industries, you'll want to get really, really specific about what you do and then really, really get across all of the information you can surrounding those topics. So now we're on to the 4th phase, which is retargeting. So if you've done these 3 things and you're at the 3rd phase, you should start to see after producing content for a while, your website visitors are going to be up and you should be getting a lot more traffic from search engines. From here, you need to start retargeting those people that visit your website to try and capture them if they left without making a purchase. So here's an average scenario like that. Someone finds a blog post that you had written, this could be, how to our 5-point inspection for roofs that saves you time and money, something like that. They read that article and they stay on the page for a little while. It seems like they're engaged, but then they leave and go somewhere else. What retargeting does is it allows you to get back in front of that customer on various platforms that we know they're going to use. So Meta, that's Facebook and Instagram. So later in the day, after they've read your article or visited your website, they're going to be scrolling and then your business is going to pop up and try and get them to come back. This can be coming back either with an offer that you give them or an additional resource or whatever it is. But ideally, we want to continually make impressions on that person if we feel that they were interested in what we had to offer. And in this case, it's through them reading the blogs and articles that we're putting onto our website. You can also retarget with Google. That takes you outside of social media and onto different websites. So it's always a great idea to do that as well, and you'll get a lot of engagement that way. So now we're getting into the fifth phase, which is email and SMS marketing. So with this, I'm talking about having an email list and marketing to them. You know, having your CRM in place, you're going to be capturing emails and phone numbers constantly. Also with your CRM, you should be able to understand exactly where that customer is or where they got in your sales process. Based on where they land, it's time to start sending targeted emails to that list. It's time to send out a newsletter, and it's time to also start sending out text message marketing to that list. So there's many different ways you can do this. One way you can do this is to email them, months or even a year after you service them to remind them that it's time for maintenance. You also should have a monthly newsletter running that reminds customers of your offers. It mentions any other programs you may have going on, but more importantly, it's just a way to stay in your customers' minds. Because I'm sure you already know that you can go and service a customer, and then 3-6 months later when they need help, they don't even remember who came to service them in the first place. And so that's why this is very, very important for staying top of mind with your customers. After phase 5, going into phase 6, that's when we're really increasing the deep connection with your brand. So with this, we're talking about putting mainly video content together. Video content is by far the best way to connect with your audience, especially in today's market. We've seen the rise of platforms such as TikTok, Instagram Reels. Of course, YouTube has been a big deal for such a long time. And video is just the best way to connect with your potential customer. Additionally, a lot of other businesses just aren't doing it. A lot of people don't want to get in front of a camera. A lot of people get nervous. A lot of people can't even speak. But that gives you such a tremendous leg up when it comes to actually producing that video content for your business. Additionally, with this video content, you'll want to start running cold ads. So back here, we talked about retargeting, which those are a bit warmer because they've already visited your site. But here we're talking about cold ads. So just running an ad out there so that people can see your video, people can watch your video. Additionally, you'll want to think about running YouTube ads and also just posting to YouTube in general with that video content and keeping it going consistently. Once you've gone through phase 6 and you've been doing it for a while, after executing all of these other things, you'll reach new heights in your business. And new heights for us is just really exploring other opportunities that may even go outside of a search engine. Let's explore other platforms that may be out there. Let's explore getting more involved in our communities, different sponsorships. That's really where the new heights comes in. But you've really reached, potentially the top of the SEM Mountain once you have all of these things in place. And I'm telling you, as you go up this mountain, we're talking about generating millions and millions of additional dollars into your business just because you have this figured out. But I think the biggest mistake that local businesses make is they think they need to jump straight in to all of these different things, and they're neglecting some of the more important things that they need to get done first, and it leads to them not producing results or producing those results so far along in the campaign that their ROI is upside down. And so going through the SEM Mountain with this approach is what we found to be the most successful. We have plenty of case studies on this, and we think that it is a true, clear path towards a business of just about any size to be able to grow and stack and make sense of their journey. And so I just wanted to take some time to talk about this and what we go through. I hope that it was very helpful. I will be producing additional videos regarding how to do all of these different things for your business. I did produce a video on how to do Google Business Profile optimization. I'll leave a link to it down in the description below. But For now, if you found this video valuable, please subscribe. I will be putting out more videos into the future. And if you need help with your local business marketing, feel free to check out our website down in the description. We love helping local businesses succeed online because we think that is by far the best way for those businesses to positively impact their local communities. And so I'll be continuing to share all of the knowledge I know and how to help a small business grow online. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.